What is going on, guys? We closed 5 deals in the past 2 weeks, and I'm so excited to tell you guys a little bit about these projects. I'm James Heller. I'm the owner of the Atlas portfolio, and we buy mostly off-market properties and do things like fix and flips. We own a few rentals. Occasionally we wholesale properties, and I wanted to tell you about the 5 that we've closed in the past 2 weeks. So first off was a small condo over in Thornton, Colorado, which is sort of southern Denver. It was about 800 square foot condo. Picked up the place, basically needed everything, and we flipped this over in about a month. So it was a perfect little project for us. We love these surefire things that we can get in and out pretty quickly. And this was a property that an agent actually brought to us. And what we'll do, if an agent brings us a property off market, we will pay them 1% of the purchase price up front, so they make some money on the sale. And then we'll actually go ahead and list the property with them after, so that they're making double commission. And it's gonna be a lot easier than listing that beat up property on the market from the get-go. So that was project number 1. Project number 2 was a small house that we picked up over in Virginia Village. It was about a 2,000 square foot brick ranch style house. And it was one that we probably would have picked up as a flip for ourselves, but honestly, we had so many projects on the books at once that we went ahead and wholesaled this property. And it was a good one because the seller lived out of state, something that they really didn't want to deal with. And somebody actually referred this property to us, so they got paid a referral fee at closing. So we picked up the property, we did all the inspections to make sure that we knew we had a good product for our investors, and then we did all the work finding an end buyer for it. And at the end of the day, the seller got a great deal. The person that referred us got some cash in their pocket. We made a little bit of an assignment fee, and the investor picked a perfect fix and flip for their next project. Guys, deal number 3 was a property over on Jackson Street, if you're familiar with that area. It's over close to Washington Park. And this was a condo that we picked up, and it was actually in somewhat decent shape, although it was a little bit outdated. So the seller didn't want to give us a price that we were going to be able to work with as just a traditional fix and flip. And because the HOA was so high, it didn't make sense for a rental. So what we can do in situations like this, when the property's in good shape, we have such an extensive network of agents and buyers that we work with. We can actually just take their property, mark it up a small bit, and then find just a traditional buyer. So it's not really a wholesale deal. It's actually what's called a novation agreement. And it allows us to get a better purchase price for the seller. We get to make a small fee, and whoever the end buyer is basically willing to take on a property at a bit of a discount that might need a little bit of work. So it took us a little bit longer than a normal wholesale deal, but at the end of the day, the seller made quite a bit more than they would have in just a normal off-market transaction. The buyer got a great deal, our agent got paid for listing the property for us, and we got to make a nice little fee as well. If you have a property that is in pretty darn okay shape, let's say, maybe it needs a little bit of updating here and there, but it's livable and it presents fairly well, we have programs that allow us to pay more money than almost anybody out there, which means we can still get you a great deal. We can still take care of all the hassles and headaches of selling a home for you. You're gonna get a better price. And typically the only thing that's a drawback is it might take a little bit longer than our cash sale programs. So if you have a property that, like I said, it's in good shape, but maybe needs just a little bit of updating here and there, just a little bit of love, reach out to us and let's see if we can make a deal that gets more cash in your pocket, as long as you're a little more flexible on the timeline. So our 4th deal that got closed last week was actually just a refinance of a duplex that I had been working on for a while. And this was a property we picked up off market towards the end of last year. And we were able to create enough value there that when we went to refinance the property, we actually pulled out all of the money that we had put into it. So now we own a cash flowing duplex and we're able to pull out all the cash, meaning there's $0 invested now. We've got some great tenants and it's cash flowing. Deal number 5. So this was a pretty awesome property. I'm actually regretting a little bit that we didn't buy this ourselves, but it was a massive duplex over in Aurora, about 4,000 square feet. And one side was split up again into 2 different units. So it was actually 3 units operating inside of a duplex. And it was all brick build, really nice, pretty good shape, but could definitely use some updating. And this was a property that an agent actually brought to us. So because of that, they connected us with a different agent that they knew that had this property available. We put it under contract and we ended up finding an end buyer for it. So at the end of the day, we were able to make an assignment fee. Both of the agents got paid, and they got paid pretty well. I think each agent, the buyer and the seller, made over $15,000 on this deal. Sellers got to close really, really quickly because they had a property that was not in good shape, needed a lot of work, and probably would not have sold quickly on market. So this is a perfect situation where we pick up a property, we know that we can do something with it, whether it's going to be a fix and flip for us, maybe it's going to be a rental for our portfolio. But in this case, we had a great end buyer in mind who was able to close the property just the same as us. So we made the connection, everybody got paid, and it ended up being a great deal. So these are the 5 deals that we closed in the past 2 weeks, and we have another really, really big flip coming up. This is over in Boulder County, and it's something that we've been working on since late November. Really excited to get it out there. But aside from that, we've moved so much product recently that we are actively looking for new properties, whether it's fix and flips, small multifamily for rentals. I really, really love condos and townhouses right now for fix and flips, just quick and easy. Bring us your deals. We're so happy to work with you if you're a wholesaler, a seller, an agent. We love working with you guys, so we're looking forward to doing a lot of business in 2024 and getting closer and closer to our $1 million revenue goal. All right, love to work with you.